may indeed. Welcome into the Guest Room Podcast. I'm your host, Mike. That's Kevin over there.
Nutrition.
That's Zach.
Never.
And that's KD.
Helps. Look, it was the right part of speech, and it was quick.
Yeah, it was a lot better than some past ones. Nutrition is kind of a word that we assign positive connotation to, but I don't think that's really what it means. Like, nutrition is sort of a neutral thing, right?
Nutrition.
Like, you can have bad nutrition.
And you can have good nutrition, right?
I think it's just...
Well, not according to your
No, it never
statement.
helps. Never helps.
So
Nutrition
it can't be good.
never helps.
Mm-mm.
We'll interpret that as we go. This is the Guest Room Podcast. We play trivia games. And we ask you to play games along with us as well. You being the listener there at work, at home, walking your dog.
Hi.
Whatever it is you do.
Did you say hi to the dog?
No.
No.
Sit.
I was talking above the dog to the owner because I ignore dogs.
As a policy?
Even my own, I basically ignore.
Yeah, but your dog loves you. I've seen it.
I don't care.
I don't know why.
I don't care.
That is such a dad thing. Such a dad thing.
It's because he knows that I'm the alpha, and so he has to constantly try to suck up to me.
And the same with your kids?
They know I'm the alpha. Yeah, basically.
And you don't care for them at all, but they
Not in the least.
Yeah.
Love you, buddies.
All right, so listeners, we ask you to play a little game along with us, and that's called the Secret Phrase Game. Now, one of the guest hosts has been assigned a secret phrase by the other three hosts, and it is your job to find out what that phrase is and let us know what you think at theguestroom@gmail.com.
Welcome back, Zach. I don't want our listeners to get too worried that Andy's not coming back by us treating you like it's completely normal
Like
for
it's
you
normal.
to be
Oh,
here.
yeah. No,
'Cause
I agree.
I kind of told people that we had gotten rid of him on the last episode.
You did. We fired him, I think were the words that
Right.
you said.
Just to be clear, Andy does not receive payment from us, nor has he ever.
And when you said we fired him, who exactly were you referring to?
I think I'll let everyone figure that out for themselves. Who are the
Who's the we and who's the they?
subordinates here in the Guest Room Podcast?
So you might say that one's the alpha.
Yeah. The psychologists among our listeners will know.
Will they?
Well, now that they've heard my first foray into the guest room, I just want to make it clear that my loss in my first game was on purpose. Clearly.
Yeah.
Because I feared to come in as an outsider, win my first game.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have me back. So
Instead, you wanted to go for having the nickname Hickory Dickory Dock.
correct. Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back.
And the fact that I'm here is proof that I was right. So it was worth the L just to be back with you guys.
Well, thanks, Hickory.
Yeah.
Give you a L. I'll give you a L anytime.
Anything for the ratings.
Thank you.
That's our motto here on the Guest Room Podcast. All right. We are going to be playing a little round of Jeopardy on today's episode, and we refer to a round of Jeopardy as a Jepisode. Now, today's Jepisode has been prepared for you by yours truly. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through my categories. KD, are you at the ready with your fingertips?
Yes.
All right. Back by popular demand, in the first spot,
And we're all surprised by this.
mammals, non-man.
I like that one.
Mayo.
It's like the medical
Mayo
clinic.
Clinic.
guy.
You just
name is
know
Henry?
his name was Henry?
Well, there was a series of billboards. I forget if they were here or in California, but
Was he friends with Colonel Mustard?
I don't think mayo was like the color. But it was all. It always featured like, I don't know, a family smiling by a pond, or a dog catching a frisbee, or
What featured that?
The billboards.
These billboards. They would rotate like on a bi-weekly basis, and
Is that twice a week or every 2 weeks?
that's every 2 weeks. Semi-weekly is twice a week.
Okay.
But it always bothered me because it's like things that have nothing to do with, I don't know, surgery or medication or anything like that. It's just like, but it's thanking Henry Mayo. Like, thanks, Henry Mayo, you got us a dog. Thanks, Henry Mayo, you provided peace in our family to sit by this pond.
Kind of like we all win with Hawk Chin. Oh, tell us about why we all win with Hawk Chin. Well, we're awesome.
And we have the Multitainment Center.
Like that. That's it.
All right, category 2. AYAK.
What?
All caps AYAK.
As you all know.
Oh, that's pretty good. But no, this is acronyms you're ashamed to know.
So
As
AYATK.
Well, often the is left out in acronyms.
What about 2?
Also that.
Okay.
Category 3. Said cruise. No.
Obviously not.
Oh, I thought it was all a Ted Cruz quotes.
CRUISE.
Yeah, this is Tom Cruise.
Oh.
I think. Is it like what movie he said it in?
I thought it was Saeed Cruz.
Oh, from Lost?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Great character. These are lines said by or to Tom Cruise.
Or
Tom Cruise.
two?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hoof Benito.
Yeah, but what do we have to give you?
You'll give me the blank.
Oh, okay. The blank.
Yeah.
I'll give you the
I'm
blank.
right now.
Category 4 is pop culture in nature.
Excellent. Is this like Shia LaBeouf?
This category is narration and voiceover artists.
Oh. Okay.
I will describe them,
Okay.
and you will tell me who they are.
Okay.
Category 5, the guest filter, science rules.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill.
I understand this is my second time here, and so I don't expect a Jeopardy board to be like for me, but this one isn't.
I tried this. This was a response to the Jepisode that was like super focused on words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried to make this not that.
I much as I like words, I hated that.
What is the guest filter again? Sorry.
Science rules. And finally, imitation sassafras, which is of course root beer brands.
Of course.
Oh.
Guest filter science rules.
Yes, in guest filter science rules, you all know how guest filter works, but this will be names of scientific laws or the laws themselves.
Oh no! Like you expect me to know like what Newton's second law of thermopoop is?
Oh, you know most of it. Hopefully, the guest filter will help you out. Just for your information, the languages on the guest filter this time around were Gaelic, Uyghur, Estonian, Samoan, and Scottish Gaelic.
Oh, two Gaelics.
Yeah.
Double the Gaelic.
Said cruise is we give you a blank. What's the second one again? IAC?
Acronyms you're ashamed to know.
Okay. And mammals not man is just us saying giraffe over and over.
When African elephant once.
I think it was twice on that episode, but yes. All right, KD, you're going to be starting us out today.
Okay, let's go with Ayak for 100.
I would have pronounced it Ayak, but I guess because of kayak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or IAS.
Ayak for 100. Oh, by the way, I will give you in this category the acronym and then what it is. So, for instance, I would say KFC restaurant.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Ayak for 1. YOLO phrase. Zach.
You only live once.
That is correct.
Are you ashamed to know that, Zach?
It's not the greatest acronym.
Listen, there was a year where I went to a lot of high school graduations, and every single valedictorian said YOLO in their speech. Wow. Every single one.
That's a rough year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And played Tonight by Fun.
Wait.
Oh.
What? Oh, okay. Wait, I thought that was One Direction.
No.
We are young.
Yes, that's it, but it's not One Direction.
No way, really?
No, it's Janelle Monáe and the guy from that one band
So
that
we're gonna
also
set
sings something
this
with Pink.
world on fire.
Nate Roos,
From the Format and Fun.
which is a Phoenix band.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
All right,
Wow.
Zach, the board is yours.
200. Ayak.
PBR.
Kevin.
Beverage. Kevin.
Oh, no. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's correct.
I thought I heard a Bev there at the end.
You did.
You did. Kevin, board is yours.
Said Cruz for 100.
Said Cruz for 100. Said Cruz, I want the truth.
Kevin.
Oh,
I'm not used to hearing Zach. I think it might have been Zach.
Pausing.
And we're back from checking the tape. Indeed, Kevin just barely beat out Zach by the breath of his mouth. Kevin.
You can't handle the truth.
That is correct. The rest of the clue, just so you guys know going forward, said Cruz, I want the truth. Said Nicholson as Colonel Jessup, blank.
Oh, well, okay.
Kevin, the board is yours.
200.
Said Cruz for 200. Said Cruz, I feel the need.
Kevin.
Zach.
Kevin.
The need for speed.
That's correct.
300 in that category.
300. Said Cruz, blank. Said Gooding Jr. as
Kevin.
Kevin.
Show me the money.
That is correct. For everyone else. Said Gooding Jr. as Rod Tidwell. Congratulations, you are still my agent.
400.
For 400. Said Cruz, I love you. You complete me. And I just had, said Zellweger as Dorothy Boyd, blank.
The time of my life.
Read it again.
Said Cruz, I love you. You complete me. And I just had, said Zellweger as Dorothy Boyd, blank.
And I owe it all to you. This is what happens. Look, Zach.
Oh.
Headphones off is, I don't want to be distracted, but I'm pretty sure I can get the points.
So just keep singing at him.
One more time.
Can you hear me?
I'm sitting next to you.
There is no sound outside of these headphones. We're all in the cone of silence. Said Cruz, I love you. You complete me. And I just had, said Zellweger as Dorothy Boyd, blank.
Kevin. Shut up. Just shut up. You want more than that? How much blank you looking for?
It's a good episode title.
You had me at hello.
Yes, that is 400 points. Well done. Way to pull that out. That, by the way, that was word for word. Shut up, just shut up. You had me at hello.
Well
Yes.
done.
Yeah, I can't believe you wanted 3 sentences.
Well, the you had me at hello is a lot more famous than the shut up, just shut up.
yeah, but you can't just skip over lines of dialogue and expect me to skip ahead in my head.
Exactly. So you clearly needed to include that as part of the said Cruz.
All right,
Yeah.
500.
All right. For 500. Said an unnamed delivery man, fate whispers to the warrior. Said Cruz, the storm is coming. Said the delivery man, and the warrior whispers back. Said Cruz, blank.
I don't even... I mean, I have maybe a guess at what movie this is from, but
Same.
honestly, no clue.
I've seen like 2 Tom Cruise movies.
His franchises have like more than that in all of them.
Read it one more time.
Oh, 3. I've seen 3 Tom Cruise
Said an
movies.
unnamed delivery man, fate whispers to the warrior. Said Cruz, the storm is coming. Said the delivery man, and the warrior whispers back. Said Cruz, blank.
I have a guess for no points, but I'm not going to...
Boop, boop, boop.
Red light, green light.
I am the storm.
I am the danger.
What is that from?
It's probably Mission Impossible 1.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's 1 or 2, but it's in one of
Or
the
9.
Mission
2 doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned.
Very true. It must not be from 2 because I actually recognized the line and I blocked 2 out of my memory.
All right, 600.
For 600, said Cruz, why'd you catch that? Said Farrell as Danny Whitwer, blank. Said Cruz, you're certain? Said Farrell, yeah.
Again?
Said Cruz, why'd you catch that? Said Farrell as Danny Whitwer, blank. Said Cruz, you're certain? Said Farrell, yeah.
Nothing.
Like, I assume it's Colin Farrell.
Oh.
Not the musician Pharrell.
My mind went to Will, but I can't think of a movie they're both in.
Oh, wait.
Oh, did Zach just pull a KD?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Boop, boop, boop.
It probably is Will now that I'm thinking about it, but I have no idea. Like, no, Will Ferrell's not in Dodgeball.
You were right at Colin.
Oh.
Is Colin Farrell in Collateral?
Minority Report.
Oh.
Oh, I've seen 4 Tom Cruise movies.
Oh.
The full interchange is, why'd you catch that? Because it was going to fall. You're certain? Yeah. Because he's trying to make a point about precogs.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Not even a famous line in that movie.
No, that's why I had so much in the clue, because I had to set it up so that even if you hadn't really seen it, you could maybe guess what it was. But you're right. There aren't a lot of famous quotes from Minority Report.
Let's go to Imitation Sassafras for 100.
Imitation Sassafras for 100.
I really thought that was going to be an anagram for something.
By the way, they used to make root beer out of sassafras, but they don't anymore because it's like a hallucinogen or something. All right, for 100. Overly sweet and named for what you might drink it in.
Zach. Mug.
That is correct. The board is yours, Zach.
200.
All right, sticking with Imitation Sassafras for 200. Concocted in Chicago and named for a parent.
Kevin.
Zach.
Kevin.
Dad's.
That's correct.
300.
All right, for 300. Owned by Coca-Cola and containing caffeine.
Kitty.
KD.
Barks.
That is correct.
I did not know that fact or that other fact.
You didn't know it was the only caffeinated root beer?
I knew
Nope.
that. I didn't know.
I thought all root beer was not caffeinated.
Barks is
For the most
caffeinated.
part, that's true. Keep your kids away from Barks. Board's yours.
Board's mine. The board is mine. Imitation Sassafras for 4.
All right. For 400. Containing cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Named for Roman poet of the Aeneid.
Oh, this has come up in the podcast before.
Yeah, I mean, I know who that is, but I is it just straight up his name? Kevin. Virgil's.
That's correct.
Good job.
Virgil's root beer is delicious.
I've not had it.
I had heard of the first 3. I'm pretty sure that 4, 5, and 6, not so much, but let's go with 5.
Okay. For 500. Over 100 years old. Named for co-founders Roy Allen and Frank
Zach.
Wright. Zach.
A&W.
That is correct.
Oh, yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
nice.
600.
For 600.
Wait, you put A&W after Virgil's?
Yeah, that surprises
Well,
me too.
It's the clue.
The clue was harder.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows the poet of the Aeneid.
I didn't.
For 600. Allegedly the granddaddy of all root beers, named for a Northwest Iowa municipality.
Northwest Iowa doesn't really is Spokane.
Is anything in Northwest Iowa named for Chuck Grassley? Grass, sassafras.
Oh, you said Iowa,
Yeah.
not Idaho.
You just batted at geography.
Yeah, I did. Or hearing, one of the two, probably both. Northwest Iowa. What's there? Dort College.
Don't do this.
No, this is good for you. He's thinking out loud. This is good.
Sioux City, I think, or Sioux Falls, one of the two, and one of them is in the other corner of Iowa.
Read the question again, Mike.
Allegedly the granddaddy of all root beers, named for a Northwest Iowa municipality.
I bet it's one of the Sioux things that you just said, but I'm not willing to take a stab at one of them.
Me neither.
Boop, boop, boop.
But I think it is.
Sioux City.
Yep.
They also have a delicious birch beer.
Birch?
Birch beer's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst.
What?
Yeah. Nope.
You haven't had good birch beer.
Nah.
Have you tried Tyler the Kid?
Have you tried DJ Flex Style?
No.
Tyler, the Creator?
Oh, man.
Zach, the board is yours.
Let's go with AAC for 300.
AAC for 300. KUWTK show.
Boy, I'm not ashamed that I know this because I don't
know it, no. Thus far, I've got Knights Underwent the Night.
Zach. Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
That is correct.
Oh, wow. You almost didn't want to answer that.
I will say that one was the genesis for this category.
Yeah, I had to wait for 20 seconds to act like I didn't know it right away.
But you knew we wouldn't know that.
Zach, the board is yours.
I think that holds. I think Andy would have known that immediately, too.
I think he would have,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. 400.
The guy that knew the Jersey
AAC.
Shore thing.
Yeah, the GTO.
All right, for 400. AOC. Kevin.
You had to say it right.
Yeah. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez.
That's correct.
Pop culture and nature for 100.
Pop culture and nature for 100.
Kitty.
KD.
David Attenborough.
100 points. Katie, the board is yours.
Let's go back to AAC for 5.
It finally worked.
What? I've done that before.
Yeah, but that was better. You did a better job.
That was pretty smooth. And especially switching categories just automatically. Like that was pretty good.
Flexed. All right. You
Flex
said
styled.
AAC for 5?
AAC for 5.
PETA.
Kitty.
KD.
Not the bread. So people for the ethical treatment of animals.
That's correct.
Oh, that's worse than the Kardashians.
AAC for 6.
AAC for 6. RBG. Historical
Kevin.
figure.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
That's correct.
I always thought it was beta, like
Male.
after alpha.
Pop culture and nature for 200.
Pop culture and nature for 200. With an authoritative voice and calm demeanor.
Kevin. Morgan Freeman.
That's correct.
Darn it!
What?
I was waiting for a clue about penguins.
Kidding me?
300.
For 300. Widely regarded as one of the greatest stage and screen actors both in his native USA and internationally. His voice appears in science fiction, in children's animation, in documentaries like Africa the Serengeti, and in a full reading of the King James translation of Zach.
James Earl Jones.
That's correct.
Oh, nicely done.
400. Pop culture.
Scores?
KD with 900, Zach with 1,300, Kevin with 3,000.
Sure.
I agree.
Oh, man. Let's go 400.
All right. Wagering just the huge.
Boring.
For 400. Tall, thin, and wiry, he is the classic picture of the American cowboy and has lent his voice to a variety of productions, including Family Guy, Robot Chicken, and a $4 million ad for Joe Biden that aired during the World Series.
Sam Elliott.
That is correct.
Who's that?
My favorite cowboy.
He was like one of the best characters in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
He was Virgil Earp in the Tombstone movie that you've not seen.
You'll probably recognize him from a voice that sounds like this.
He's also in a show with Ashton
1883. Oh.
Kutcher.
He was in 1883, which is a precursor to Yellowstone.
Okay. The Ranch. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, I remember not watching that.
Yeah.
We have just now had, our 5th extra non-host voice
Yeah.
on the podcast? Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Zach, the board's yours. Well done. You should have wagered more,
I
apparently.
should have. Pop culture 500.
Pop culture and nature for 500.
I just got my stand goal.
Nice job.
Sitting again.
Congrats.
That's 2 on the podcast. All right. An English actor with a career spanning 5 decades in various stage productions, television, film, and video games. His voice appears in classics like The Prince of Egypt.
Kitty.
KD.
Who is Sir Patrick Stewart?
That is correct.
Good job.
And newer films like Ted.
He's in Ted?
Yeah.
Ugh. 600. Pop culture. Nature.
For 600. Iconic French accent, emotional timbre and tone, and passion for his subject matter made this man an unmistakable staple of the industry at the vocal helm of works such as The Undersea World, Oasis in Space, North American Adventures, and Rediscovery of the World.
Can you repeat the parts without the titles? Because those don't help.
Iconic French accent, emotional timbre and tone, and passion for his subject matter made this man an unmistakable staple of the industry at the vocal helm of works such as blah, 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 blah.
Can I hear those things?
Yeah.
Then?
The Undersea World, Oasis in Space, North American Adventures, and Rediscovery of the World.
The Oasis and the Spaces.
Sounds like a WWE battle or something.
Yeah.
Am I required to know French people now?
Are French people on the test?
Boop, boop, boop.
Jacques Cousteau.
That's correct.
Oh, wow.
Wait, I thought he was like an explorer 200 years ago.
No.
He's an explorer 100 years ago.
By the way, the word world shows up in like 70 of the films he's done. It's like the something something world, the undersea world, the space world. He loved the word world.
Wordle. Worldle.
Worldle.
It's KD's board, I believe.
Let's see. He did get Sir Patrick Stewart. So KD, where will we go?
Let's go.
Both of these categories suck.
Let's go mammals non-man for 100.
Mammals non-man for 100. This mammal has the longest tail of all mammals.
Like what?
Like total
What animal is
in
all
proportion?
tail?
What?
I said, what animal is all tail?
Well, but it's longest total. So
And it's a mammal. So like a snake doesn't count.
It's all tail.
Or is it all head?
A mammal with the longest tail.
Because there's like monkey-like things that have tails longer than their bodies, but they're small. Small.
Very small rocks.
And really bad eggs.
I bet the answer is going to be giraffe again.
No, giraffes don't have... Do
They have tails. They
have
whip them around.
Do they have significant tails?
I mean, everything is significant on a giraffe, right?
I mean,
How many episode titles are you going to pump out tonight?
you know what? I'm
Katie. Giraffe.
KD.
Giraffe.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Come on.
Katie's just
It's 100
going for it without any Pringles there, buddy.
That's me.
Kevin doing a victory lap with a negative 100 points to KD.
All you got to do is come up with super clever potential episode titles to convince other people to
Zach.
guess.
Zach.
Lion.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
Come on, Kev.
I'll take my 100 points and run.
Boop, boop, boop. Sorry, I'm looking for elephant, 59 inches.
Darn it.
KD, the board is still yours. No. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Mammals non-man for 600.
For 600. This mammal's adult arm span is double its height.
Arms?
Arm span.
Height?
I refuse to do this anymore.
Adult?
Zach.
Zach.
Orangutan.
That is correct.
That would have been
Wow.
my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. I was like, wait, but they don't really stand straight up. I feel like that's a choice.
Zach.
Let's go mammals non-man 200.
Mammals non-man 200. Wyoming, Kansas, and Oklahoma all list this as their state animal.
Zach.
Zach.
Pronghorn antelope.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
That is so specific.
Way too specific. Can you read it again?
Yeah.
Wyoming, Kansas, and Oklahoma all list this as their state animal.
Kevin? Buffalo?
I'll give that to you. Bison. Kevin, the board is yourn.
Guess filter, science rules for 100.
Guess filter for 1.
We're giving you the name of the rule that you're reading guess filterly.
Either the name of the rule or the rule itself, depending on what I'm reading. So you just you translate what I read to you.
Oh, okay.
Unless the outside forces are victorious, the object will keep moving.
Kevin? Inertia?
No.
Inertia.
As I just said, I need you to translate what I said. So if I said the rule, you need to tell me the rule. If I say the name of the rule, you need to tell me the name of the rule.
Stupid. An object at rest will remain at rest. An object in motion will continue in motion until acted on by an outside force.
That's correct. 100 points.
Wow, that was a lot of specificity.
I mean, he had
kind of like the Tom Cruise quote earlier. Shut up. Just shut up. You had me at hello.
It's a bummer when you get those right, huh? The board is yours.
He's going back.
Mammals non-man for 300.
For 300, everyone knows the cheetah is the fastest land animal at 70 miles per hour. But this animal comes in second at 61 miles per hour.
Go ahead, Zach. I'll take a stab if you take a stab first.
Repeat.
Everyone knows the cheetah is the fastest land animal at 70 miles per hour. But this animal comes in second at 61 miles per hour.
You know what? I'm going to go for it. Kevin. Gazelle.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
I got to guess for no points.
Boop, boop, boop.
I've already guessed this animal once.
You have, yeah.
Oh, come on.
The lion?
Pronghorn antelope.
Pronghorn. I knew it was the fastest in North America, but I didn't know if there was a
That's
faster
crazy.
second place in Africa.
Man.
I figured I'll guess gazelle because God made the cheetahs to be able to catch the gazelle, which they would need to be able to catch.
Good point. Mammals non-man 400.
For 400. This animal's newborns are all assigned the same birthday, January 1st.
Repeat?
This animal's newborns are all assigned the same birthday, January 1st.
They all identify as Aquarius or something?
Repeat, but in a different timbre.
Also,
Like in a Jacques Cousteau sort of thing.
Also use different words.
With a different and better clue.
Sorry, I can't approve it on the fly. This animal's newborns are all assigned the same birthday, January 1st.
Like, what animal do you look at and go, oh, yeah, we don't care about that animal's birthday. We just keep track of what year it was born.
I'm thinking panda.
Why? Pandas are so
But
unique.
yes, say that.
No.
You should guess that.
I know.
Like, I think it's a lot more like prairie dog than panda.
Like groundhog?
It's like pandas. There's only so many of them in the world. It's like each one is a unique.
But wouldn't it be like the Chinese government for it to be like, oh, yes, this is a 1983 panda? Like,
Oh, there's animals on the Chinese calendar, like the year of the rat. Could be rats. Oh, these are 1393 rats. They carried the black plague.
Year of the monkey.
Fighting for our rats.
Year of the dog. What's... Oh, there's another reference. that
Gettysburg.
nobody gets. I don't know.
You rats?
yeah, I don't know.
No.
My only thought was like stork.
Horse.
Mammals.
Really?
I was
Non-man.
I was
Good
counting
call.
on Zach to get that one.
Horse.
Can you not ask any more that you're counting on him to get?
That was your first mistake.
Who's bored? Whoever got bison,
Me.
I believe. Oh,
no.
All right, mammals non-man for 500.
for 500. This animal, also known as a skunk bear, is the largest member of the weasel family.
Ooh, KD.
KD.
What is a wolverine?
That is correct.
Nice
I
job.
was wondering about that.
You were
I would have said
you were
badger.
wondering about that.
I was going to say
Like
badger.
once you asked the question, I was like, "Is Wolverine the correct answer?" I'm
Would
gonna
you
let Katie.
would you have said? Would you have accepted badger?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Badger,
Would-
badger,
Very
badger.
What about
different.
stork?
Mushroom.
Would you have accepted stork?
That's my
I would have
favorite
accepted
mammal.
pronghorn antelope. Katie, the board's yours.
Can we get a score update?
Yeah, with 5 questions to go. Katie's at 1,800, Zach at 2,000, me at 3,000.
A little bit of movement from behind, but no movement up at the prow.
So it's been a twerk.
That's right.
'Kay.
No movement at the prow.
Guess filter science rules for 400.
For 400 randomly. A common force is equal to a distance.
Kevin. Force equals distance times velocity.
Kitty.
Katie.
Distance equals force times velocity.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
This is the worst category you've ever submitted in this
There's
podcast.
no doubt about that.
Hands down. No guess from me.
Sorry, I'm looking for force equals mass times acceleration.
Okay.
I think it was Samoan that threw that one off.
Simona?
Sure. KD, the board is still yours.
Guess filter science rules for 5.
For 5, Great Protection Act.
What are you guys thinking? I'm thinking like the larger barrier rule or something like that.
I'm all for the concept of talking out loud about my thought process, but not for the actual execution of it. I bet I know one of the words.
Boop, boop, boop.
Something about preservation.
Close. The law of conservation of mass.
Cool.
I think we got great from mass.
Do you feel good giving us the answer to these? I'm just curious. Like
That one
you
I
did?
would have gotten.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Guess filter for 6.
For 6, social interaction.
Zach,
Zach.
the law of attraction.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
That was, given the circumstances, a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Like if I just say friendship, am I going to lose 600 points?
Friends.
How many of us have them?
Is friendship a
Mike's
science
lost
rule?
one during this category.
Only one?
Yeah.
He can only speak for himself. Boop, boop, boop. The theory of general relativity. That was my favorite one.
What?
General relativity becomes social interaction.
Clearly.
Guess filter for 3.
There's one thing that I know, and if you don't have it as 2 or 3, I'm going to be really angry.
You guys have heard of all of these, by the way.
Yeah, but no.
I think it would have been helpful if, like, for example, in the last one, we got the theory of, so that, to help us.
That just
Like,
it
I think
didn't
putting
come out
these-
of the guest filter.
I think putting these through the guest filter was
you did
difficult.
put in the entire phrase, the theory of general.
Yeah. Everything I'm giving you is exactly as it came out from exactly what I put in.
Oh.
The problem is this is hard enough without the guest filter involved.
Agree.
True.
You mean like if I just read the law and ask you to say it back to me?
Yes. We would go maybe 33% on that.
That's not true at all.
Just because I know the name of a law doesn't mean I know what it means.
300.
I'm not asking you to tell me what it means. All right, for 300, the principle of Archimedes' bombardment.
Yeah. I definitely know about something with Archimedes.
Bombardment?
Boop, boop, boop.
It's not like just war theory.
No. It's something about like falling or something like that. Archimedes' principle.
It's something about like water.
Archimedes' buoyancy principle.
Bombardment.
Yeah, I don't know
Seems
where that
like
came
the
from.
opposite of buoyancy.
I think it was like, whoa, big B word.
Excuse me?
And then it shot one out. All right, who's last?
Does it matter?
You.
It matters.
Okay. All right.
Let's go with 200.
All right, for 200. All actions have the same answers and controversial answers.
Yeah.
Man,
Kevin?
I really Kevin.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
That's correct. I really hope one of you guys does a science category because I will mop the floor with you.
Yes.
The floor. I'm gonna mop it.
But I'm
with
the only
you.
one who ever does them, and then they just flop.
To be fair, I had one that was physics, chemistry.
Oh, you mean astronomy?
Yeah.
All right, scores going into Final Jeopardy.
Interestingly, Katie with 1,400, Zach with 1,400, Kevin with 2,800.
Oh, that is interesting.
I have exactly double their score right
That's
now.
nice parity.
So,
in the
am I
league.
going to risk something? Like, could we tie? We could tie.
We could tie.
It's
We
never
could tie.
been done.
We could tie.
But luckily, we get to know what the category is, and if it's something like that, then come on.
Throw out some things that you think might be like that, and then we'll see if we just need to close out the podcast right now.
Baseball.
No, I mean, the two of us would feel good about baseball.
I know.
Isaac Newton.
I do know Isaac Newton.
Like Poland.
You wouldn't like that?
In this century, if it was like the 14th century, KD would be all over that.
I would have a way better chance. Yeah.
All right. It's not 14th century Poland. It is early American history. All right. Here is your clue. This state was the largest in area when Washington took office in April of 1789, occupying what is now 3 states.
Does that mean occupying all of what is now 3 states?
To my knowledge and to my research, that is what I could tell, yes. Occupying exactly what is now 3 states.
And it was a state, not a territory.
I didn't say that.
Read the clue again.
This state was the largest in area when Washington took office in April of 1789, occupying what is now 3 states.
Okay. I'm going to take that as in the answer will not include the word territory. It won't be the Ohio territory.
All right. Once again, as a recap, this state was the largest in area when Washington took office in April of 1789, occupying what is now 3 states. KD, since you were slower of the tide, you go first. And you say Virginia, crossing out Ohio in quotes, and Tennessee.
Ohio.
We do have Ohioan listeners. We believe that Ohio is, in fact, a state.
Now?
currently.
For now.
Zach
For now, what are you going to do?
has said Pennsylvania. And Kevin has said VA. Virginia is the correct answer, meaning that Zach loses 1,400 points and ends at 0. Does that feel familiar, Zach?
It's kind of my thing.
KD has doubled his score and gone up to 2,800. And Kevin has increased his score to 2,801.
Darn.
Leaving us with final scores of 2,801 to 2,800 to 0.
So I beat both of you put together.
You did.
Come on, Zach.
I had Virginia.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So what was the third state? West Virginia is obviously the...
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Kentucky.
And it was, pretty much the exact outline of those
three states.
Yeah. All right. Well, listeners, remember, there was a secret phrase said at some point during this episode. So if you think you know who said that and what they said, please email your guess to theguestroompodcast@gmail.com. Also, if you wouldn't mind taking about 7 seconds, please leave us a rating. You could just say good or nice or love, something like that.
Frankly, you can say anything you want as long as it's 5 stars.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
Hate.
Bad.
Not sure if you can do emojis in
Dumb.
podcast reviews.
This podcast ruined my life.
Try that.
5 stars.
How would you take that if you like were looking at something like something like a podcast or like a book or something like that, and it's like, this book ruined my life, 5 stars. You'd be like,
Gotta read that book.
I take it as a compliment. Like,
Yeah.
it enraptured them. You know, they were unable to
Good word.
break free from its bonds.
Yes. That's what we want on this podcast.
We don't want you to break free from our bonds. By the way, if you
We issue bonds.
can't get enough of the
You
Guest
mean we're
Room
all about
podcast,
bondage?
What?
Like servitude.
all right. Moving on. If you can't get enough of the Guest Room podcast that happens on Mondays and Wednesdays, you can listen to an extra episode at some point when we release exclusive content. You can join the guest list at patreon.com/theguestroompodcast. And please tell your friends. Let them know why you love the podcast. And if you want, you can even show them your Guest Room shirt.
If you're listening to this podcast because you don't have any friends, go on Reddit. And there's a discussion board of people having a discussion about us on there, and they can become your friends.
I thought you were just going to not be able to land that and have no advice for the people that have no friends.
I almost had no advice, but Reddit, as we all know, saves the day.
All right. Well, thank you, listeners. Thank you, contestants. And thanks to me, as always. Farewell.